And I want you to know that these people aren't a bunch of elite special operations warriors. That's not who they are. They aren't a bunch of high-level athletes or highly screened and highly trained individuals.
Yet we are above the ground. And yes, there have been people that may have lost their lives. They have passed on and they are gone. They have transitioned into another place, another universe. But yet you're here.
It leads us to exaggerate, to not be totally honest. It takes discipline to be totally honest, both with ourselves and with others. Be certain of one thing.
We do have a purpose. We may not be perfect people. We may not have perfect situations, but we are still significant. Nonetheless, and we have been blessed. With a rich body of emotions, we have emotions. We're not like roses or plants or bushes that have life without feeling. We have feelings, and when we use them properly, they are very effective in motivating you toward your destiny. I want you to be clear in understanding that purpose and passion are interconnected. Unfortunately, we live in a crazy world that we're busy all the time.
These are just normal people, really. But they're normal people that knew they needed to make a change. And they decided they were going to make a change, and then they made it. And that is what I do, and that is what you can do too. If you have something to change, if you want to change something, change it.
So really, point number 3 becomes very logical. That is, time cannot be stopped, but humans can control it. You cannot stop a day. You cannot stop an hour. They have no respect for you. But you can control how it will be used, which means that even though time is unstoppable, it is controllable. And what you do with it determines who you become. Can you honestly say to yourself that you used 2013 effectively? I think about time a lot because time is life.
Change it now. When the actual time that you need to go on the warpath and you need to go harder on the warpath is when things are going wrong. That's when you need to dig deeper. That's when the whole idea of saying good, that's when it happens. When things are actually, when you're getting tested by the world, that's when you want to do it. So when you get tested by the world, that's when you get the opportunity to show the world what you're made of. That's when you get to say, bring it on. Bring it on. Oh, things are going wrong. Bring it on. I actually look forward to that.
Time is a blessing or a curse, depending on how you manage it. A couple of things about time. Time is life. If I ask you, how old are you? What I'm asking you is, what is your life? And you would say, my life is 80 years old, or 30 years old, or 15. We measure life in terms of time. We define life by time. Life is measured by time because life is determined by what we do with time. Life is lived out in time. Life is qualified by time. Life is also the passing of time. What have you become is totally dependent on how you use time. Life is also stopped by time. When you die, time stops.
We're losing touch with who we are, our inner sense of passion. But it is your passion that empowers you to be able to do that thing you were created to do. We have passion through which we thrust into the throes of life to accomplish the things that we were created to do, so that we can function at a higher dimension with authority and with conviction. You need passion to withstand all the obstacles that go along with your purpose. Just because you're living on purpose doesn't mean you're going to have problems. You're going to need thrust to be able to get up off the ground and to step into the field of your dreams. Even if you have not landed on the thing, at least get in the territory of the thing you are dreaming to do and that you hoped to accomplish to do.
We're still standing, and we have to continue to go on. We must respect the process. We must trust the process and not fall to just fear, not fall to doubt, not fall to anxiety and letting it take control of us. You must realize that the purpose always tells the truth. It will continue. And there will continue to be more challenges. But neither of us are done. So let's continue on. Keep it moving and conduct your business.
Every exaggeration of the truth, once detected by others, destroys our credibility and makes all that we say and do suspect. As soon as a business colleague figures out that we tend to exaggerate, guess what? They'll always think we exaggerate, and they'll never quite hold us in the same regard again. Never. The tendency to exaggerate, distort, or even withhold the truth is an inherent part of all of us. It starts when we're kids. Johnny says, "I didn't do it. I didn't do it." Well, maybe Johnny didn't do it, but he probably had something to do with it, and then it continues when we're adults.
You're able to ignite things you have never ignited before. I hear you, I. Hear you, I hear you're saying I. Don't feel a thing. All of us go through times that we don't feel anything at all, but in order to ignite passion again, you have to be exposed. Get out of the boat, Peter, walk on the water, go do something you've never done. Before get involved, get connected. Because when you are exposed, you see that there are more options than your contemporary situation at any age.
Are you tired? Are you finished? Are you done? These are some of the things that I used to say to myself often. There were times when I just felt that I could not go on. I felt that there was nothing else left for me to give or do. I'd given up on myself. I'd given up on me. I was at the lowest of the lowest, and I felt that I could not go on. I felt that there was nothing left for me to give of who I really was. Because when I got to a point when I felt so weak, I felt there was nothing else left for me to give. But then something happened. Something woke me up.
Exaggerating the benefits of a product to make a sale. Exaggerating our net worth to impress old friends. Exaggerating how close we are to closing a deal to impress the boss. And only an all-out, disciplined assault can overcome this tendency. It takes discipline to change a habit, because habits are formed a little bit each day, every day, every day. Once habits are formed, they act like a giant cable. They act like a nearly unbreakable instinct that only long-term disciplined activity can change. We must unweave every strand of the cable of habits slowly and methodically, until the cable that once held us in bondage becomes nothing more than scattered strands of wire.
You don't have to be cute, you don't have to be pretty, you don't have to be a size 3. You don't have to be a blonde or brunette, you don't have to be 20 or 50. At any age, you can still ignite your purpose through finding your passion. That's good news. What then do we do with the laws in life? The dark shadows in life we all have, and the secret pains and burdens that we have in life, are they in fact distractions from our purpose? Absolutely not.